Ready?
Yeah,
Sure.
no, just get it over, please.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 24 of the Intrepid Golden Podcast. Today's going to be pretty special. I got my mom on the podcast. Probably going to get a little teary-eyed. I'm sure it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. So thank you for agreeing to this. I know you're not comfortable doing it.
No, but you're welcome.
Uh, I think, me, Lauren, and Helena are like kind of really wanted to get your voice and like what, you know, you are and who you are for the world. So let's start there. Or let's start here. Where did you grow up?
On Staten Island, New
Where
York,
where's Staten Island?
New York City.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Is it one of the boroughs?
it's one of the boroughs.
Funny. It's also your name.
Yes,
So what was your childhood like growing up on Staten Island?
a great childhood. I was a tomboy.
Okay.
Didn't have my dad around, but it didn't really matter to me. I had two big brothers and a great mom, so it didn't really feel like I was missing out on anything not having a dad around. Until later, then I had a stepdad. But
Okay.
yeah,
What yeah, you said you had brothers. What were your brothers' names?
Jean and Frank, Jeannie and Frankie.
Jeannie and Frank. All right.
You
Um,
and Frank.
and then all right, so that was what your child. What was your childhood? You said it was good. Like,
It was
yeah,
good. It
yeah,
was good. We didn't go on vacation really ever, but we had a lot of family time together. My mom was very, our special thing was maybe going to um, White Castle in Brooklyn.
yeah,
That was a big deal.
yeah.
And sitting on the stoop in the summertime.
Okay.
My brothers used to take me sleigh riding to Clove Lakes in the wintertime, even though they hated to take me because as soon as I got there, I was crying to get home because
Yeah,
it was too cold.
yeah, sure.
But they were good big brothers.
Um, anything like so you're fine. Or we're gonna talk about like family dynamics. So your dad wasn't around, so my grandfather wasn't around. And your mom, what was your mom's name?
Conchetta, Capablanco.
So yeah, that. So so the dynamic was growing up, you didn't have uh your dad, but you said you had a stepdad come in
Yeah, when I
at
was
point
about five.
five. So like Lane's age, right?
Yeah, I was scared to death of him.
Okay.
I was so scared of him. I'll never forget. We're in the front yard because we
Yeah,
could play in the backyard,
yeah,
and he was out there, and he called me Jojo.
yeah,
And as he's calling me, he'd pick up a stick.
yeah,
I thought he was going to hit me with it.
yeah,
So I kept running around the yard, and he's yelling at me. And the more he's chasing me with the stick, I'm thinking I'm going to get killed. But then my mother finally
yeah,
made me realize he wasn't going to hurt
yeah. Um, that's a pretty funny story.
me.
It's like things that you think about like as a kid, you don't realize like, or like as adults that like they affect you. Like you probably remember that stick story for a long time.
Oh, I was five,
Yeah,
and it
you know what I
doesn't
mean?
go away.
Yeah. Um, so how was it growing up like with your brothers?
They were very protective. I was watched every step of the way. I was their little sister, and I never felt like they were my half brothers.
Okay.
I've always felt like they were my brother, like it was just natural.
Yeah.
It wasn't that we had different dads. Like
Okay.
that didn't affect me until I realized when I got older that I did have my own father.
Oh, okay.
Then I said, well, where the heck is this guy's dream? When I was little, I always had this dream, but I never thought about it until I finally saw a picture of him,
Oh,
and he was the man in my dream.
oh. What in the dream? What was the dream
I
about?
just remember his face.
Okay.
I don't remember anything happening,
Yeah.
but I just remember his face after I saw his. That's who that was.
Oh, okay.
But
Now,
it was just not, good father material. So
yeah, sometimes that's for the better,
yeah.
right? So when when did you like find out that that was like what age do you think that was?
Well, I don't know. I don't probably elementary school still, maybe 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
But my mom used to tell me that my stepdad was my dad. Like
Okay.
she wanted me to call him dad, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't, I
Yeah.
didn't have it in me.
Yeah.
But when I got cards for him, I would get dad cards,
Yeah.
and he couldn't read or write because he had a bad motorcycle
Okay.
accident when he was a child, when he was 18.
Yeah.
So she would have to read him the cards, but she never told us that he couldn't read or write.
Okay.
She just said that, well, he couldn't, he needed glasses
Oh, okay.
because she didn't want to put him down in
Yeah.
any way to us
Yeah.
because that's how my mother was.
Yeah. Um, now this one, how old were your brothers? They're bigger brothers, right? Like how were they, how old were they?
They
Like,
were, when I was, well, Uncle Dean is 6 years, almost 7 years older than me, and Uncle Frank was 5 years older
okay. Yeah. So like they were 10 years old and you were five, you know,
than me.
12. Okay. Um, tell us something about our family history that we don't know, but we should.
Yeah. Oh boy. Think.
These are just questions that I kind of like randomly came up with, so kind of drive.
Think I had a pretty open book.
Yeah.
I know you know about Annie,
Yeah.
her husband, your
Yeah.
biological grandfather,
Yeah.
cheated on her.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that story.
Yeah,
And she
but
had him arrested.
maybe nobody else does.
Well, nobody knows this story. So my grandmother was an Italian lady, obviously, and she found out that her husband was cheating on her in Manhattan. And she found out, I don't know how she found out, but she found out he was a bookie.
Yeah.
So she found out where he used to do his thing at a
Yeah.
not a bodega at the time it was
Yeah.
called a bodega, but it was like
A
where you
deli.
get your
Yeah.
tickets and your.
Yeah. Social club or
So
whatever.
she went there and she found out that his girlfriend had an apartment upstairs. So when she got there, she called the police and she said, my husband's up there with a woman and I want him arrested for adultery. And they arrested him for adultery. I don't know whatever happened after that, but she was a tough one, my grandmother, Nanny.
That's fun. That's a fun story.
Yeah,
You know, get it down. I think um, it, it's interesting,
yeah.
to say the least. So we'll move on. Um, so we're gonna get into like what your identity was before you had kids, before you had me, Paulina.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. You know, I think, you know, people forget that you had a life before that. Even though you had us young, I think you had a life before that, and we'll talk. Who were you before you had us? What'd you
I had a lot of fun.
do?
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of friends.
Yeah,
You know, I used to go to the bars at a very young age because they didn't prove you at that
yeah,
time.
yeah. They didn't care.
They wanted the girls in the
Yeah,
bars because
yeah,
then the guys
yeah,
came.
yeah,
And I have one best friend, Kathleen. We did a lot of stuff together, but we never went on vacation. We never
yeah,
had fun like that because I
yeah,
got pregnant with you
yeah,
when I was 20. So before then, I don't know. Really, that's a good question, Ryan.
yeah,
Um, I went to a lot of concerts.
yeah,
Like I said, it was party,
yeah.
having
You're
fun, and
like the, you know, you're in the city, probably a lot of things to do
yeah.
in New York City at least.
I did get married at 17
Yeah.
till I was 19, which was a big mistake because I wanted to get out of the house.
Yeah.
My mother actually had to sign uh,
Consent.
consent, and my aunt was so mad at her that she did that. But then I was living with him for 2 years, and his mother was very sick at the time. Well, she died afterwards, but with his mother, and he didn't work a lot, and I always worked.
Yeah.
And then I finally woke up one day, and I said, I don't, he wanted me to throw all my clothes away,
Yeah.
all my nice clothes, like that made me look pretty.
Yeah.
He wanted me to throw them away, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I called my brothers, and they said, come get me.
Yeah.
And I was in Belmar, New Jersey, and they got there in record time. They got me out of that house so fast, and I haven't seen him since. I met him one time, but I haven't seen him since.
Yeah. So that was a
And then that was till I was 19. Then
yeah.
I lived with my brother,
Okay.
Uncle
With
Frank.
Uncle Frank. Okay. Um, so what, I mean, did you have any goals or dreams? Like you were married at 17, so it's kind of
Let's see, what were my goals? When I was little, I wanted to be a dancer, but I have no rhythm. So that didn't work out. I don't know. I never wanted to be a nurse or anything like that. I never went, I dropped out of school, so I got my diploma. When I was 16, I was a graduate
Yeah,
because and I did really well on it, which always really gnawed at me because I could have been really
yeah,
did well in college.
yeah,
But college wasn't the thing when we
yeah.
were growing up.
No,
You went to the city and you worked as a file clerk, which I did.
yeah,
That's what you did. You
yeah,
didn't really go, and especially in our family because
yeah,
we didn't have any money.
yeah,
But that's no excuse because you could get all kinds of,
yeah.
grants and help.
But I think that like back then you didn't know, you know,
Yeah, we
like
didn't. It just wasn't done.
it wasn't a we like I think knowing our story, it's like that we didn't go to college.
Yeah,
Like just like our family didn't do that. You know,
yeah.
even today, like well, Lauren is like the only one that has a degree.
And Helena.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
yeah, Helena now, but like
But yeah, no,
that's it.
the
The whole
my
family.
nieces and nephews, they
Yeah,
really never went to college.
yeah,
At least not that I can remember.
yeah,
My brothers,
yeah. They went to work.
they went to, yeah, they all
We're
worked.
blue collar.
I would, my mother signed me out of school
Yeah,
and she said, you got to get a job.
yeah.
I cleaned houses until I couldn't take that anymore. There's some dirty people there. And then I worked at delis for a time.
Yeah.
Worked in the city as a file clerk.
What was the biggest challenge you had to overcome before having us? Probably your marriage, but
Yeah, probably, probably because, well, I really didn't plan on any of this. So
yeah.
it wasn't like I guess that was a waste of 2 years of my life.
Sometimes it
I
happens.
ate a lot. One time we went weeks just eating potatoes and eggs because we used to go to the egg farm somewhere in Jersey
Yeah.
and we used to buy the cracked eggs because they couldn't sell them.
Oh,
The eggs go through this thing with a light on them
yeah,
and you have to pick them out. So
yeah,
they have the crack in them
yeah,
because they can't sell them, but they
yeah,
sell them for 50 cents a dozen.
yeah.
And then you go and dig your own potatoes. So we had potatoes and eggs for a long time. That for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And
Was
then
that when you were married?
when I was with
Okay.
Robert, and then I went to visit my mother for some holiday. We went,
Yeah,
probably Christmas. And my grandmother and mother were like, "Oh my God!" They thought I was dying because I was so skinny.
yeah.
But it was because I didn't need anything. Like I just ate potatoes and eggs. We didn't even
That,
have any peppers to go with.
yeah. Well,
But you live and you learn.
that you do. Do you ever feel like you weren't going to make it out of it, or what life wasn't going as planned? Like, you ever feel like it
Yeah.
like, I guess getting married at 17 and then, eating peppers and
Yeah,
eggs. Or
peppers,
no, sorry,
potatoes.
potatoes and eggs.
I would have killed for a pepper at that time.
Yeah,
Um, no, well, obviously, I didn't have too many goals, so I guess I wasn't disappointed. I was very shocked when I got pregnant with you,
yeah.
but it was one of the happiest days of my life when I gave birth to you. Same thing with Lauren, and same thing with Helena.
We got more questions about that. We'll find out who's your favorite and what
That's no way. What do you think? I'm crazy?
Um, so we'll move on. Uh, just got a list of questions. What's the story behind? Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. Oh no, we're kind of on the Uncle Frank and Uncle Gene thing, so we'll get into that. What's the silliest or funniest memories you have about Uncle Gene or Uncle Frank growing up?
Oh, they were playing Life, the game Life,
Yeah,
when I was still little, but I remember, so I had to be maybe 6 years old or so. And they were fighting. And my mother kept saying, "Stop fighting, stop fighting." They wouldn't stop fighting.
mm,
My mother was 4'10", a little over 4'10". She went running into the living room, took the life game, ripped it in half, threw it on the floor, and stamped on. The thing in the middle
yeah,
that you have to.
yeah.
And they didn't fight anymore after that. That was one of the funny things I remember. Maybe my brother Frank chasing the guy with a 2x4 because he pushed me playing flag football and I got cut on my knee. Or my brother Frank chased an ice cream truck down because the guy was harassing me.
Yeah,
The kid that was
yeah.
on the truck harassed me and he pulled him off the truck and beat him up. I was like, I can't tell my brothers anything. They're gonna kill somebody and then they're gonna go to jail and I'm never gonna see them again. The worst thing is when Uncle Frank left for California. I
Yeah.
was heartbroken
Okay.
because he was my big brother.
Yeah.
He taught me how to play football, how to play baseball, softball, catch frogs, catch fish. But he decided that when he turned 18, he was going to California and he hitchhiked. He used to write me letters, and I used to write him letters. He used
Yeah.
to send me sand and shells.
Yeah.
After a year, it didn't work out for him, so he
Yeah.
came back. And that day was like,
Yeah.
I cried my eye. We were third floor up
Yeah.
in an apartment in Tompkinsville, I think it was, or close to St. George.
Yeah.
And I ran down those stairs so fast. I'm surprised I didn't fall down on my pipes. I was so happy to see him.
And then, so this is from Lauren. She just asked, "What's the story behind the Behuda, the story Uncle Frank used to tell?"
Oh, Behuda came from the Boy Scouts. Uncle
Yeah.
Nate and Uncle Frank used to go camping every year. They went 10 days on a camping
Yeah.
trip with the Boy Scouts. And Mr. Morris was the troop leader. He used to tell that story. I think it was just a monster in the
Yeah.
woods.
Yeah. Something like that.
I'm not really sure because I wasn't my story.
Yeah.
Like they would hear it.
Okay. So.
Sorry, Lou.
Yeah. Well, we used to camp, and camping was Uncle Frank's thing, and then he would always tell the story of the Huda, and it would scare the living bejesus out of the kids, including us, that were the kids. And it would always be like, like I don't know who it was, but like Uncle Gene would be in the woods making noise
Yeah.
or something.
So
Like
nobody would sleep.
great.
The moms weren't happy about that.
So we'll move on to raising us. So you had us pretty young. You said what, 20 years old after you got out?
I was 20, Lauren, I was 21, and Helene, I was 31.
Okay. Yeah. So, what were you most worried about raising us?
When you're a mother, you worry about everything. I worried about, you just being smart and kind and, a good human,
Yeah.
pretty much. My most thing was being kind.
Yeah.
I just wanted to raise good people.
Yeah.
It was, it's hard, but I loved you guys, as long as you love,
Yeah.
that's pretty important. There's lots of other stuff to go with it, but
Yeah.
it was hard when your father was out of the picture.
Yeah.
But actually, that was the best thing,
Yeah.
another best thing that happened to me,
Yeah. That was a rough
to all
time.
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a couple other things, but why was it good that Roy was out of the picture or
Because
my father?
I wasn't happy. So
Okay.
that right there saying that if I'm not happy, my children aren't going to be happy
Yeah.
because it's hard to hide that feeling.
Yeah.
The children sense it.
Yeah.
But he was abusive.
Okay.
I did not like how he treated you.
Yeah.
Warren, he was a little bit different with, but
Yeah.
he was a little rough with you. Not that he hit you
Yeah.
ever. He
Yeah.
never hit you
Yeah.
because that would have been right there,
Yeah.
the end of it
Yeah.
all. But he watched wrestling with you, and it wasn't a good thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't. I didn't like him
Well,
being around you guys.
I think mother's intuition, right? Like
Yeah,
that, intuition about
he was nasty.
there wasn't like
Yeah,
a, right thing.
he would have definitely not been a good.
Influence,
Thank you.
role model.
Yeah,
Yeah. I-
definitely not a good role for sure.
Well, I don't think he was a good role model or for himself even
No,
till
no,
this
he had
day.
a lot of issues.
Yeah. So another question, or what did you see early in us? Well, me. What did you see early in me that you didn't see, that I didn't see in myself? This is a deep question.
I
You could,
worried that you had a low self-esteem,
yeah.
um, and that bothered me. But I didn't know how to help really fix that. But unless telling me how handsome you are
Yeah.
and how smart you are, but that bothered me.
Yeah. I think that's continuation, like to this day, like still not, always like thinking I'm not doing, I can do more, I can do this or whatever. It's just, I think that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
per se, like for me in general. What do you think about Lauren? What did
Lauren.
what did you see in her that she didn't see in herself?
Probably how pretty she was
Yeah,
or is,
yeah,
and how capable she is
yeah.
and smart.
Let's not get carried away.
So,
Uh, and what about Helena? What did you see in Helena early on that you didn't that she didn't see in herself?
hmm. Helena's always had a very strong leadership quality. So I never felt like I didn't worry about her
Yeah,
self-esteem.
yeah.
More so you and Lauren, but I don't know if there's really anything that mostly ask me a question.
What did you see in Helena that
She did.
she didn't see?
Maybe how pretty she is, or maybe how talented she is in cooking.
Yeah, because she is talented.
Yes, sure.
She's way better at making cheesecake than you are.
I know. Trying my method.
So, what's something that I did or we did as kids that drove you absolutely crazy?
Hmm. That's a good question. There's nothing that pops into my head.
Yeah,
There really isn't. Like when you were little, I worried about you hurting Lauren because of the wrestling thing.
yeah, being a crazy
But
kid.
that wasn't
Yeah,
making me out of my mind crazy.
yeah,
There's nothing that comes to mind. And all three is that made me angry or drove me crazy.
yeah.
Unless you have a reminder, the stuff I used to.
No.
I know Helena used to be so good because I used to always tell you guys, if you did something wrong, I'm gonna give you a beating. And Helena said, I really thought you were gonna give me a beating, Mom. I said, I never forget. I felt so bad after that.
This would be, there's probably like some multiple questions here, but if you could change anything about how you raised us, what would it be?
I would be around more. Well, I was around
Yeah,
a lot, but I probably wouldn't drink as much so I can remember things.
yeah,
Because they're cloud. I mean, it's not that I forget things, but
yeah,
things are cloudy, and
yeah,
I wish I had a better memory of some of the times we all
yeah,
got together.
yeah. That's deep. And then this kind of is going to roll into like some harder questions. They're not going to be crazy hard, but like, what was the hardest period or time of your life?
Losing my mother and my brother. Did you have to do
I
that?
told you. I told you you're gonna cry. So that was the hardest period of your life. So that happened pretty quick, right? Like,
Well, 3 years apart.
yeah. So who went first?
My mom.
Yeah, can't take
I
the
thought it was my
can't take the mic off.
No, my mom went first. She was very sick though. She suffered a lot.
Yeah. What so that would be Conchetta?
Good chat.
Yeah.
Tanya for
Yeah.
sure.
We used to call her grandma, right?
Grandma,
Yeah.
grandma,
I mean
because
like
nanny,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So um when did she die? Do you remember?
She died 1992, Valentine's Day, 1992.
No. And then you say you lost your brother.
Valentine's Day, 1995.
Yeah. 3 years apart. So that's the hardest period of your life. What made it like obviously losing the people you love? Um, like what made it better?
Not
Time.
much. Well, yeah, it's fine, but I still look, I still cry
Yeah.
over it. You never really get over it. It does get easier to bear,
Yeah.
but at first it's
Yeah.
unbearable.
It's tough.
Yeah.
So how like anything you did to get through it? Like did you go to therapy or talk to anybody or anything
No,
like that? That wasn't a thing back then.
no.
It wasn't like a there's no grief counselor or anything.
When my mother was sick,
Yeah.
She she went, and Warren was just, she couldn't talk to him a lot. She could, like, he was
Yeah.
dopey kind
Yeah.
of. Not that he was a bad man.
Yeah.
Not that he was that bad anyway. But so she went to see a therapist to talk about her feelings, how she was sick, and
Yeah.
just to talk about her feelings. And she told me, Joe, the guy picks his ears and rolls the wax up and throws it. She said, I can't go back to him anymore. I can't believe it. She was so upset about that. So I never really,
Yeah.
all I could do was think of somebody doing it. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
So probably that's why I don't want to tell people my feelings
Yeah.
anyway. So
Well, here
I
we are.
probably drank too much because I know that's what you're getting at.
No, no, I'm not actually getting at that. I'm not getting at any of
No,
that.
I mean with
Yeah.
the, dealing with the grief.
Yeah. 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 So that, I mean, you already kind of said that, like you know, that probably led to some of that time where you were drinking too much,
Yeah,
indulging too much, and then, you know, waking up groggy or, forgetful and stuff like that. And, but here we are.
yeah.
It's going to help people in the future. Was there ever a moment where in like you're through the hard times that you didn't think you were going to make it through it?
No,
You
I
always
never
thought,
had suicidal thoughts.
just like, oh, I don't think it's going to end, or like,
No,
it's like,
no. Actually, the only time that I was scared was when the last time I had the stents. I thought, that was close to getting open heart surgery. And
I thought you were. I was like freaking the fuck out.
yeah, yeah, I really, that scared me. Luckily, I got another chance at life
Yeah,
because they were able to do the stents,
yeah,
and I don't need the valve
yeah.
replaced yet.
Not yet.
So one bar at a time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so that was a little hard.
Yeah.
Some things, uh, you know, kind of roll a little bit. What kept you going during that time?
My
Like,
kids.
I mean, that's it. I think those are like
My
as
kids,
a parent.
well, yeah, as a
Yeah,
parent, my kids, my family. I didn't have, I still have my big brother Gene,
yeah,
and I always have him,
yeah. You
still
guys talk
today.
probably every day.
Yeah, yeah, we do talk a lot. It's my big brother, and my favorite aunt passed away. I
Yeah,
don't have her anymore,
yeah,
but I do talk to my other aunt occasionally.
yeah,
But really, it's only me and my brother
yeah,
and my kids, my
yeah,
grandchildren now,
yeah.
which I'm very blessed to have.
Okay, we're gonna get like a little deeper.
Ugh.
What do you love about yourself? What do you love about yourself?
Actually, I love that I could cook good.
Well,
Shut up. And I do love that and this comes from my mother, that it makes me happy to cook for other people, especially in times of need.
yeah,
That feels very good to me. So
yeah.
that about myself.
I think with like, like if you look at human nature, humans in general, we always kind of gather around food, and that's culture is like food is a big thing, and eating together, and that like brings people together and makes community happen. So I'm like always talking about it. Like that's one of the things I do is always take pictures of your food that
Yeah.
like over time, like have this like pictures of food because like you make like there's three people coming over and it's like we're feeding 78.
I'll never forget the time Landon said, Dad and Joe, do you always cook like this every day?
Yep.
No, actually, I save it when I have company, even though, like you said, 3 people or 20 people.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody has something that they like and that they enjoy, because not everybody likes everything.
Yeah.
That's why I make a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, you're making one-off things and get getting wild and crazy.
And we didn't have a lot growing up, to tell you the truth. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't, So, and I talk to Uncle Gene about it all the time, my brother, that he's the same way with ShopRite.
Yeah.
Like, he stocks up on everything
Mm.
because we feel better when our cabinets are full.
Yeah.
Because we didn't always have that
Yeah.
growing up. We always ate. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, we never starved,
Yeah.
but it was slim pickings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you didn't have
Well, like,
extras.
no, there was no like, well, we're having chicken today, and that's what we're having.
Yeah.
Or pasta,
Well,
and that was it.
my mother still made different things for my brothers
Yeah.
because they didn't like the pasta fazool. They didn't like that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So she always made with them something
Yeah.
different, which they, you know, the boys were different
Yeah.
growing up as Italians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What lessons were you trying to teach us that we probably didn't understand as we're growing up?
Hmm. God, I don't know.
Some of these questions are from Lauren and Helena too. So
Yeah, probably to be a little bit more um money conscious, like worry about your credit,
yeah,
saving money. I don't think I ever really made that a big deal,
yeah,
which I'm very sorry for. I
yeah.
wish I would have because I wish my mother would have done it for me.
Yeah, but I think with like you think about like when you're worrying about whether you have enough food in your pantries and stuff, and I think there's things that growing up you know I don't think you ever wanted like but like you said, you weren't ever hungry, but there's times where it's like, can't always have everything you want kind of deal. And I think, that like, how am I supposed to save? How am I supposed to do this? And like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, I don't even have money to do that. Like, so it gets into those things that gets like, gets wild and crazy. I think, even us growing up, like, there's things that we couldn't do or I think like didn't have you
Yeah,
guys didn't have the money to do and stuff like
yeah,
that, which is fine.
yeah,
Like that's part of life. Like you're not making millions of dollars. Like it's
yeah.
fine. But like as a kid, I don't think you know that, like you don't realize like what things cost and like what that is.
It's
Yeah,
hard when you're
yeah,
young because
yeah.
you don't realize it.
No,
Like when I used to bartend and I used to come home, and when Helena wasn't born yet, and I used to get home at 4 or 5 o'clock.
yeah,
This was New York,
yeah,
and I used to count my tips.
yeah,
And you guys used to wake up and think we had so much money,
yeah,
but it was a lot of singles, some fives, some
yeah,
tens too, depending on the night. But and that was all to pay bills. It wasn't like we could go shopping or
yeah.
you know.
So what do you think actually matters most in life now?
My without a doubt, my family, my grandchildren.
Yeah,
I want to spend. I have been spending a lot of time with them. I'd like to spend more time with
yeah,
them because life is short.
yeah,
So, and my children also.
yeah,
I'd like to see them more. So that's what I think is important.
yeah. What advice would you give to parents raising kids today? Me.
Discipline. Don't let them get away with stuff and teach them respect.
Yeah,
Because some of the children I see now, I work in the school, the middle school, and on the most part, most of the kids are very respectful, but you
yeah,
do have some
yeah,
that are not so
yeah,
respectful, and I think that comes from home.
yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't, though. It
yeah,
can't. It's not always the
mm,
parents'
yeah,
fault, but I think if you teach your kids respect and love and be kind, then everything else will fall in place.
yeah. Just like a couple more questions. Um, what are you most proud of?
Hmm. I can't pick one thing.
What are you picking?
My children,
Yeah, probably me.
because I'm proud of all you, what you've accomplished in life.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Did you think we would be where we are today, like with certain things?
No,
Yeah.
no.
What what did you think we would be doing? Like being younger kids, and did you have any like?
My I don't know. After you got out of the Marine Corps, then I could picture you doing this.
Yeah,
Before that, I don't know. I really probably didn't think about it. Lauren, I didn't expect for her to be where she is.
yeah,
I thought she was going to be in like police, some kind of,
yeah,
because that's what she wanted to go to college for until she
yeah,
became a Marine.
yeah,
Helena, I didn't expect her to be one uh, to be in the culinary area because I told her it's a really hard
yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah. It's super
And luckily, she went to school to do something else and still is
hard.
kind of in the same,
Yeah, but not.
but not.
Yeah,
So, but I'm proud of all yous
yeah,
because you're all supporting yourselves. You're
yeah.
great humans. I, you know, that's one thing mom had could be proud of.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave?
Oh, wait, Matthew, kind of legacy. Uh, I just want my family to know that I love them. That's it.
What uh what does love mean to you? I was asked
Oh,
that.
love is respect, happy, just to know that you like, just to know that person. Like,
Yeah,
I love everything that you do. I love everything Lauren does. I love everything Helena does
yeah,
because you're my children.
yeah,
You can't do no wrong. Like,
yeah,
just that's what love is to
yeah.
me. If I could explain it, it's very hard to explain.
That's super hard to explain. That's
Yeah,
why I asked.
yeah, thanks.
I asked, this is 24 episodes in. I've asked 24 questions of that. Couple more questions. If your grandkids were to listen to this today, what do you want them to know about you?
That I love you very much, and that I can't wait to see you grow up and have everything good in life and be really happy.
Well, what do you want them to know about you?
About me? Did you
Yeah.
just ask me that?
Yes.
Oh, oops. Um, that I love them. I started off with
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and I tried to make them happy.
Yeah.
I tried to cook them the things they like and get them the things they like. Mostly cook them the things they like, 'cause that's why I make ribs every time Landon comes
Yeah.
over. Not ribs, wings
Wings. You
and
do make
lean.
ribs too
I
sometimes.
do. I have made them,
Yeah.
and the girls are pretty easy to please.
Yeah. Lane, we don't know.
Yeah,
It changes.
he likes pretty much what Landon likes. I noticed a lot
Yeah.
of times.
Just because it's his brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, and then I have one question I asked. Do you have any questions for me?
Are you happy?
Yes.
Okay. That makes me happy.
I'm happy uh, where I am currently. I never thought I'd be owning a gym, probably back in the day. Like, I think about those decisions. Like I always thought, like maybe I'll open a bar, maybe I'll open a gym, like from Marine Corps stuff. And then I was like, bar obviously is not the greatest thing for our family.
No.
So opening a gym, and I think I learned a lot from you, owning your own business and things like that. And I grew up in that like realm of like kind of you do your own thing and you make your own money, make your own way. Um, you know, there's ebbs and flows with that, and there's worries and you know, there's stress involved with paying rent, not paying rent, like not making this cut, not making that cut. You can't afford that, can't do this, but what you can do is work harder and
Yeah.
make more money. So I am happy about like instead of like, hey, I'm making $20 an hour and that's the only thing I can make.
Yeah.
It's like I have the ability to do a lot more.
Yeah.
So and then just believing in myself,
Yeah.
like you said, the low self-esteem stuff. But it's not, I don't even think it's like low self-esteem. It's just like, I don't know, like I don't feel worthy all the time. Like
Yeah.
or like imposter syndrome stuff. Like I feel like I'm not
Yeah.
then, but I am. I just
Yeah.
gotta believe in myself.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. Okay.
All right. That's it.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah. So I appreciate you doing this. Um, we probably could have gotten into some more deeper stuff. Maybe we'll do another episode and kind of dive into some other things.
I don't know.
But thank you for doing this, Mom. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are listening, go interview your parents. Go get it on tape. Have a great day. Bye.
Nice, right?
Yeah,
Good job.
not crazy.
No. So where do I listen to it?
It's on Apple Podcasts. It will be not yet, but it'll be there and momentarily.
Oh, that fast?
Yeah.
I gotta go shop, right? I gotta get my neighbor flowers and a card.
It, like blocks all
The outside noise.
the stuff coming in, and then it's like. You have your phone?
Yeah. Right here.
I'll get it for you. I'll upload the podcast thing and then you can give it to you.
Oh, my stomach's making so much noise. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that's the podcast. It's going to be on.
Uh-huh. Number 24.
Yeah. Oh, oops.
That doesn't bother you?
No.
Oh, it's purple.
Yeah, I moved it like away from everything.
Okay, thank you. You know your mother. All right, that would make
Done.
dogs off my first stuff at the store.
Hmm. Maybe that's recorded too. Let's see.
I bring my own knife to work.